Hi everyone, let's get cooking. Today I'm going to make taco cornbread casserole. I've got a pound of ground beef, and if you've seen any of my other videos, I got my Fiesta cheese, got a little bit of milk, some black pepper, some cumin, and I'm going to use packaged seasoning. And I said I was going to try and be more healthy so they have less sodium. I'm going to use honey cornbread Jiffy. And 2 eggs, and you need some kind of liquid. So you can get enchilada sauce, but for this I'm going to go with the salsa, and I prefer it like in a tub like that as opposed to the jar, but by all means, you know I like to cheat, you can get it out the jar too. There's some Pam to spray my pan. I just got a bag of Mexican cheese and some taco Doritos. Now these were hard to find. My husband said they had them at Myers. I don't grocery shop, so don't laugh. I got them off of Amazon, so I would have made this earlier this week, but the box came yesterday and I didn't know, so I'm cooking them today. But you can use the Cool Ranch, or the nacho cheese would probably be fine, or chili cheese, Frito corn chips. But I wanted to use these because these came out like in the 70s that most people don't even know about because they kind of went out of fashion and give it more of a taco flavor. But anyway, we put you on pause, get everything set up so we can get this made. It should only take 50 minutes total. Be right back. Okay, I went ahead and put 2 boxes of the Jiffy honey cornbread in here, and then it calls for 1 egg per box. I'll tell you a little secret, you really shouldn't crack stuff over stuff like this, because sometimes if a shell gets in there, you won't be able to get it out. And then it calls for 1/3 of a milk per box, so I have 1/3 of a cup here, and I'll do this twice. Yikes. I've had this several times, and once again I'm making something that I hope my husband will like to eat, and he likes Mexican stuff, and this is not spicy at all, so if you wanted to serve it to your family, you can give this to kids, because I'm not using anything spicy, not even the salsa I picked out. It's mild, so yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and get this all mixed up, and then I'm going to turn the camera around and we'll get ready to get the meat cooking. Be right back. Okay, I sprayed my pan, and then I decided that I wanted to add more honey. And I had these little packets, so I put them in the microwave for a few minutes. You know I like my stuff sweet. Anytime I can make it sweeter, 9 out of 10 times I will. And I know my husband won't mind if I add more honey to make it sweeter. Hopefully I get this last one open. My fingers are wet. Oh well, we're gonna mess with that one. So anyway, putting the extra honey in there. And then now I'm gonna make this the bottom layer of the casserole. So it won't be on the top, it'll only be on the bottom of this casserole. That's why I use 2 boxes, because I have a bigger than the call for pan for this recipe. So you're supposed to use an 8 by 8, and I wanted something a little bit bigger. I wish I had some funny stories I could tell you guys, but they're all pretty much terrible, because you know I'm an ER nurse, and you know my husband would be the first to say, oh, I don't want to hear about that. So yeah, it's always terrible, but I will say this: the other day at work I had 4 patients, and out of the 4, 3 of them were getting ready to get a cancer diagnosis they didn't know about. Now, you talk about being messed up for the day. Not good at all. So yeah, this is pretty perfect. I didn't want a real big thick cornbread layer. So I'm gonna put you guys on pause and turn the camera around, because now we gotta cook the ground beef, and I'll put that on top of there. Be right back. Okay, I got the ground beef in the pot. I'm just kind of breaking it up to brown it. I kind of almost thought about putting 2 pounds of meat on top. Let me put the water off. I'm good for having the water going on camera. But anyway, I thought about putting 2 pounds on top of that, but we'll see, since this is the first time making it in this large amount, but I didn't really want it a lot of meat, but I'm more of a meat person. I would probably prefer about inch thick layer of meat, and I don't think this is going to do that. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get this browned up, and I'll put you guys back on pause. Remember, I got a good joke for you guys, and if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share, and I'll be right back with you. Okay, show you guys, it's all brown, so I'm going to go ahead and put you on pause again. There's a lot of grease in this. This is crazy, and it's supposed to be 80-20. And I don't know if I told you, my oven's on 375, and it's up to temp, so I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Now, this is just 1 pound of meat. And normally, for a recipe like this, you're supposed to add 1 packet of seasoning for each pack. But you know me, I'm extra, so I'm going to add 2 to this. So it's just 1 pound with 2 packages, as opposed to the manufacturer's recommendation to use 1 pound per package. And it also says to add some water to this. And how I compensated on that, or I should say change that up, I am going to be adding the salsa as the liquid. Because what you would do is add the water and let the water cook down. And then you have like a little bit of sauce with this. But what I'm doing is adding the salsa to it, and this will be the sauce that goes on top. So I'm going to go ahead and add the whole thing to this. Put that down. Because you really want some sauce to this with the cornbread, and then I'm going to crunch the Doritos up and put that on there. So I would hate for it to be dry. So what I'm going to do now is cut that down on low. Oh, and I want to add some cumin to this. Something I like. One of my spices I like in Mexican food, so never afraid to add extra. And then you know I like my black pepper. So add a bunch of that to that. Mix that in. And then my last secret ingredient for the meat mixture is the 1 can of Fiesta cheese. So it will be cheese in the meat when I layer this and put this on top of the cornbread. And it has extra flavors. You see it has peppers and stuff in there too. So I'll get this all mixed together, and then you'll see what the cheesy meat sauce that goes on top of that cornbread looks like. So I'm going to let this cook through for a few minutes, and then I'll come back and turn the camera around and put this on top of the cornbread, and we'll get ready to put this in the oven. Okay everyone, I'm back. Now the idea of this is for it to be a cornbread bottom, a saucy meat layer, and then a crunchy topping with the Doritos. And you know, I guess according to a casserole definition, it should be something crunchy on top. So I'm kind of glad I didn't make 2 pounds of meat. May have been, well, it would have been okay, just more meat, but this way it won't be dried out. So you go ahead and spread this. Across. Then, take the Doritos and crunch these up. Put these on top. Now I debated on putting these on so early, because I didn't want them to brown, but I figure if I cover them with cheese, they won't get too brown and burnt up. And since I added the Fiesta cheese, that's why I chose the taco Doritos, because it'll give it more of a taco flavor, because I added I'm gonna add more cheese to it. And I really wanna kind of bring out the corn and the Mexican flavor. Mexican is one of my favorite foods. I have a restaurant that I go to. I know they're probably wondering where I am. I've been going there once a week. Probably for a year or two now, since after COVID. And I found them, and they're not far from my house, and it's pretty much authentic Mexican food because I lived in Texas for a little while. And I guess you really call that Tex-Mex. But anyway, had some of the best Mexican food of my life in Texas, and I've been everywhere, Alaska, you know, you name it, Hawaii, Mexico. Yeah, I've been to Mexico several times. And like I said, Houston, hands down, just had the best fajitas I've ever had in my life. I even quit ordering them. I haven't ordered them in 20 years because I'm never satisfied when I get them, so I just go with enchiladas. So I put the Doritos on top. I don't know how many, just enough like to cover it. Then I'm gonna cover, this is Mexican, it's called a Mexican blend cheese. It's, what does it say? Monterey Jack, mild cheddar, quesadilla, and some other kind of cheese. So I'm just gonna cover this up, and I'm gonna bake this uncovered. It's supposed to be for 35 to 45 minutes. We shall see. Keep an eye on it. Stay with me. I got a good joke for you guys. I don't know where my husband gets these jokes, and I'll tell you, when I met him in college, we were both with other people. But anyway, we were good friends, and I would call him every day because he always had a good joke, no matter what, and I'd never heard it. And he said he knew a guy that came into his office every day and told him a joke, so that's why he always had one. And we've been together 30 years, and we still love a good joke. But anyway, I'll put you on pause, put this in the oven, and I'll be right back. Okay, there it is in the oven. I've got it on the center rack. I'm going back and forth as to what height I should put this at, but I'm gonna leave it there. It's supposed to go 30 to 35 minutes. So I'll be right back with you guys, take it out, then tell you my joke. Okay, everyone, there it is. It's done. I'm gonna take it out and turn the camera around and get ready to tell you guys my joke. Hey, now you see me. Okay, this is what it looks like. Taking it out of the oven, and it looks pretty good. I could have used a lot more Doritos on top. So let me turn this around and tell you guys my joke. Okay, it's done. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't go any longer than 25 minutes. I'm glad I came back downstairs to check it because I put the timer on. I went back upstairs and started watching TV. But anyway, here's my joke. 3 old grandmas were sitting on a bench outside a nursing home when an old grandpa walked by. One of the old grandmas yelled out, "Hey, we bet we can tell exactly how old you are." The old man said, "There's no way you can guess my age." One of the grandmas said, "Sure we can. Just drop your pants and undershorts and we can tell your exact age." Embarrassed but anxious to prove they couldn't do it, he dropped his drawers, underwear. The grandmas asked him first to turn around a couple times and jump up and down several times. Determined to prove him wrong, he did it. Then they all said in unison, "You're 87 years old." Standing with his pants down around his ankles, the old gent, "How in the world did you guess my age?" Slapping their knees, high-fiving and grinning from ear to ear, the 3 old ladies happily said, "We were at your birthday party yesterday." Okay, so that's it. That's my joke. Thanks for watching. If you like this, please like and subscribe. I'm thinking about doing some really different things. Well, I know I'm going to do some ethnic foods because, like I said, I had a lot of college roommates from different parts of the world, and they taught me some foods that I still cook. Now, those are the things I told you I hate to cook, but when I do cook, those are planned, and I can't wait to eat them because I only cook them maybe once or twice a year. But anyway, thanks for watching. God bless. If you like, please like and subscribe, and have a good evening.